So most people think they look at an image and decide what's important, but the truth is the image decides for them. So in this video, I'll show you four invisible forces: pull, path, depth, and balance that control where your eyes go and why certain compositions feel powerful. So what do I mean by pull? So each and every element that is present in the image has a certain sense of gravity towards it, and the amount of gravitational pull that the element has is based on how important it is. When we look at this image, what do you think is the most important element in this image? Obviously it would be this figure over here. And why do I say that this is supposed to be the most important? Because of the mechanics of isolation, because there is no other cluttering elements around it. So we can clearly make out that this is the subject. The second would be of height, because the main subject is present at a higher ground plane in comparison to rest of the elements in this image. So those are a couple of mechanics that are making this element our main subject. What would be the next element that has a pull? It would be this tower over here. And why do I say that? Repetition of a particular element. The second would be due to proximity. Proximity to what? Proximity to our main subject. So any of the different visual elements that are closer to our main subject generally tend to pull our eye the most. The third element that pulls our eye would be the people over here. And you might ask, why wouldn't the elements in the foreground be the most important elements to pull our attention? And we'll come to that due to the other factors that help us identify that this is our main subject. Coming to the path. So, what do I mean by path? So, path is all the different invisible or visible forces that are working in the image that help our eye move across the frame. In this particular image, there are a couple of different types of paths that are working. The first one would be of the gaze, the invisible gaze of the people that are looking towards our main subject. So, those are implied lines that help direct our eye across the frame, and it is saying that you need to pay attention to this subject. So, that is one path. The second would be of this, the overall distinction of the trees from the sky itself. So, that creates a path that helps our eye move across the frame. So it helps our eye gradually move from the left towards the right, coming to the depth of an image. So what do I mean by depth? So in general, as we are trying to showcase this element in a 2D plane, we need the third dimension of depth in this image. So how do we do that? We generally separate the different elements into three planes. So first one would be foreground, second one would be the middle ground, third would be the background. Foreground is any of the elements that are present closer to our picture plane. As we move farther away from the picture plane, we tend to move to the middle ground. And the third would be of the background. So this is a background element, and this again is a background element. So those are the different visual mechanics that are working in this image, and we are studying this image so that we can actively perceive these forces whenever we are clicking an image or doing any kind of visual work. Hey there, real quick, if you want to stop passively consuming images and want to understand the different compositional mechanics that are working underneath it, I've created a free one-page image reading checklist which you can grab in the description below. You also gain access to my community for free for reading images, where we break down these compositional frameworks even further. So I'll see you inside.